Good evening, kids. How you doing today? As I did a video for resentment, that's the last video. Today we're going to do resilience. Okay, resilience. Resilience is defined as the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, particularly through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility. It is not a static trait but a dynamic capability that can be learned and developed, allowing individuals to bounce back from adversity, manage stress, and potentially grow through the experience. Okay? In the Marine Corps, the catchphrase is adapt and overcome. Okay? That's what they teach you, resiliency. Adapt and overcome. The ability to adapt and overcome anything. Okay? Key aspects include adaptation. Resilience involves coping with stressors and returning to a healthy, functioning state, or even thriving after trauma or significant setbacks. Multidimensional nature. It encompasses physical, mental, emotional, and social dimensions, relying on factors like self-esteem, optimism, and social support. Not avoidance. It does not mean avoiding stress or denying difficult emotions, but rather navigating through them with strength and hope to maintain overall well-being. Okay? Core components and mechanisms. Resilience operates through three integral components: recovery, returning to normal functioning after stress; resilience, maintaining stability despite ongoing stressors; and reconfiguration, adapting to new realities to find a new stability. It is not merely bouncing back, but often involving a dynamic often involves a dynamic interaction between individual traits and emotional resources. Okay. Psychological resilience, ability to cope with life crisis, adapt to the face of stressors, or to adjust and return to pre-crisis stasis. Key psychological factors that sustain resilience include optimism and cognitive flexibility, the ability to maintain positive expectations for the future and reframe traumatic experiences as opportunities to grow rather than the unsurmountable obstacles. Active coping skills, proactively seeking help and resources rather than avoiding threats, coupled with the ability to regulate strong impulses and emotions. Social support, maintaining a robust network of relationships that provides emotional support and practical assistance, acting as a buffer against isolation. Personal moral compass, embracing a set of adaptive core beliefs alters the behavior, and a sense of purpose or spirituality that guides decision making during crisis. Physical well-being, attending to a physical health through exercise, sleep, and nutrition, which directly impacts the biological capabilities to handle stress. Strategies for building resilience. Resilience is a learnable skill set, often described as ordinary magic, because it relies on common human adaptive systems, effective strategies to cultivate. It got cut off. Oh, why did that? Cultivate what? Better behavior? It just stops. There's not even a period. Anyway, Cognitive reframing, actively challenging negative thought pattern. Cognitive reframing, actively challenging negative thought patterns and viewing difficulties as temporary and specific rather than permanent and pervasive. This involves practicing mindfulness to observe thoughts without judgment. Strengthening connections, prioritizing social engagement and avoiding isolation, building strong, healthy relationships with loved ones, friends, and community groups provides a critical safety net. Developing a growth mindset, believing that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective encourages viewing challenges as essential for brain training and skill acquisition. Purposeful action, setting realistic, achievable goals and taking decisive steps towards them, finding meaning in daily activities and contributing to the well-being of others fosters a sense of agency. Self-care and regulation, engaging in regular physical activity, ensuring adequate sleep, and practicing stress reduction techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and yoga to maintain the physiological effects of stress. Resilience versus post-traumatic growth. While often used interchangeably, resilience and post-traumatic growth describe different outcomes of adversity. Resilience is the process of adapting well and returning to a pre-trauma baseline of functioning. It focuses on stability and the ability to endure during a crisis without significant long-term psychological deviation. Post-traumatic growth refers to a transformative positive change that occurs because of the struggle with a major life crisis. Individuals experiencing PTG do not just return to baseline, they evolve to a higher level of functioning, often reporting deeper relationships and renewed appreciation for life, or significant spiritual development. Research suggests that inverse relationships in some contexts, highly resilient individuals may experience less distress initially, potentially reducing the cognitive shattering required to trigger the profound meaning-making process of PTG. Conversely, those who struggle with significantly but successfully process the stress are more likely to experience transformational growth. Okay. Biological basis of resilience. Resilience is grounded in specific neurobiological and genetic mechanisms. Neurocircuitry. Resilient individuals often exhibit low activation of the amygdala. That's part of the brain I can't pronounce. AMYGDALA. Whatever. The brain's threat detection center. Pretty sure that's like front center, just behind the prefrontal cortex. So you got your prefrontal cortex, okay, and you got your pineal gland behind it, and you got the brain surrounding, okay. So in this back here is connected to your eyes, okay, and your ears and all your central nervous system. That tells you whether or not it's a stressful environment or you need to run or hide or defend yourself, okay. The threat detection center. In response to stress and stronger connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus, okay. So I'm making a video. Prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. Okay, so the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex is right behind it. Okay. This allows for better emotional regulations and the extension of traumatic memories. Neurochemistry. Key molecules associated with resilience include neuropeptide Y, which counteracts anxiety, brain-derived neurotropic factor. Oh, okay. It's saying that the neuropeptide Y is a brain-derived neurotropic factor. You can take neurotropics like manually, pills. It just basically makes you feel good. Okay. It does more than that, but basically it gets you in a better mood to function better. Okay. Also, neurotropics can be linked to cognitive enhancement. Okay. Genetics and epigenetics. While certain genetic variants influence stress susceptibility, we're getting into fucking genetic stuff. I don't know how to pronounce that. Epigenetic modifications play a crucial role. For instance, methylation of the FKBP5 gene can act as a productive mechanism, dampening an overactive stress response after trauma. See, that part I can't really elaborate on. We're gonna have to stop there because it's just going into genetics and stuff. I don't understand that concept. I'm not a psychiatrist or a neurologist. I'm not either. Okay, I'm a psychotherapist. I help you with your emotions and your day-to-day life to become more resilient. Okay, that's my job as a psychotherapist, to help you become more resilient, to have an adaptation ability, to adapt and overcome. Okay, to have that, where I see that, coping skills, developmental growth and transformation. Okay, that's basically what it is. Psychotherapy is to help you deal with your thoughts, your emotions, your day-to-day. Help you cope with them, help you develop and become a stronger, higher level cognitive ability. That way, as you move forward, you continuously move that bar up. Okay? Resilience is a part of what we do as a human. Okay? Humans are so resilient as a whole, as a species. And we can be very resilient as a solo person. Okay? There is the psychological resilience of the individual. And when you go into sociology, the study of society and their psychology as a group, the resilience of the group shows diversity and maturity. And you can bring that back down to yourself as you identify each part of yourself as a representation of an individual as a group. Okay. I know it's kind of mind-fucking you to think about it that way, but like there's like that cartoon where each emotion had one character in the girl's head, right? So think about it that way, as each individual as each person. Each emotion as each person, as like that cartoon. Okay, that's a good mental health psychological movie. It's a cartoon, but they're giving a character to each of the emotions. Okay, each of the emotions has their own distinct character, and that's how you should look at your own life, that each emotion is a different part of you. It is. And you adapt and overcome the adversities, by keeping a governor on the emotion, in a sense, where you recognize the emotional state, but you don't feed into it by allowing the emotions to take over your body. Okay? You have to self-analyze and be critical of what you're looking at and experiencing. Noah did a great job last weekend. He expressed himself elegantly to me about his situation. He did great. He showed real resilience and the capability to adapt and overcome. And he's better for it. He's gone through a growing process for it, and I'm fucking damn proud of him. So it takes a lot of strength and heart to keep pushing forward and to bounce back from all kinds of shit. So with that said, folks, this one's going to end here at 16 minutes. I just want to put this out here, kids, that you're growing up. You're getting older. Okay? My youngest is going to be 13 next year, Adela. And all of you have shown great resilience and growth and transformation, even at a young age. Because I know all of you have had to do many things in your life and had to experience significant traumas. You have adapted, you have overcome, and you have grown and developed into something bigger and stronger. Okay? Noah and Allie, my two oldest, are going out into the world. My kids, always remember to do your best to move forward and not let individual people pick at you, okay? Eating you away, making you resentful like the last video, okay? Adapt and overcome from those experiences and live your life through your heart. Move forward with love. Be resilient and know that you love yourself and you'll be able to make it through anything. Okay? So, kids, I love you and I miss you. And I hope you got something out of this. And I've got a couple more videos I got to make today. And I've got other things going on in life, so videos are going to get stretched out. I got to get your grandma to doctor's appointments this coming week. I just did one today. And after that should be free. So just refer back to other videos of me talking about that, off camera stuff I'm doing. So talk to you later. Love you.